married and your children can't get along with their new step-family? If you're tired of the constant fighting in your blended family, call 1-888-SEE-TYRA.
And talented Amerie. Give it up for Amerie, y'all. Amazing. Now, I saw you shaking your booty in your new video and being all sexified.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit, my little booty.
No, you got a nice little booty.
Well, thank you.
You seemed a little insecure about your booty when we were walking out here earlier.
You know what? Because honestly, when you put on the mic pack, and it's the same way when I'm performing, and now I put my mic packs on my waist because I used to put them in my shorts, and I used to always think everyone's gonna think I have a flat butt, and it's like a little box butt.
You guys know what the mic pack is? Like, I'll show you guys a mic pack. This.
She's showing you the mic pack.
This is a mic pack, so it can kind of make your booty look like it's like this.
Yes.
It seems to walk like this. So yeah, booty. Yeah, that's what she's talking about.
When you're on stage, you have to, if you have the pack there, I used to always have to try to put that extra curve in there. So I'm like, or always be on this side,
And I know growing up, you said that grooving, like how you're grooving now and all sexy in your videos, wasn't so easy for you. Like the rhythm thing and stuff. Tell me about that.
It's funny because when my parents saw the One Thing video, my sister was at the set, so she was telling them like, yo, Amerie's doing a really good job, like she's dancing and stuff, and my parents were like, okay, really? And my sister was like, no, she's dancing. But my mother, when she saw the video, she was like, Amerie, I can't believe that's you, because I had 2 left feet when I was growing up. Like I didn't get any rhythm until college when I started to go out. Well, my dancing was really embarrassing.
Really? Like you couldn't get to the 1 to the 2?
It was very like even I tried out for cheerleading one time, and I couldn't get the cheers. Like it took forever for me to learn like a simple routine. So dancing for me was like, wait, and okay, like I got the Roger Rabbit, but it was like 5 years later.
It's so funny. Like I grew up having some pretty decent rhythm, but the Roger Rabbit, you guys know the Roger Rabbit, I got that down when it was like 3 or 4 years old.
Oh, that's what I mean.
And I still rock it now because I'm like, you know what? It took forever.
And you learned it.
Exactly, and I'm still rocking it. I remember one time, actually the very first and last time I saw you was backstage at the Baby Fat fashion show for Kimora Lee Simmons.
That's right.
And I went up to you and I was like, you know what, Amerie, you said something in an article. I don't know if you remember what I told you about.
You remember? You said.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. And I said one thing that I really admired that she said is, that she comes from a mixed background, that you're Korean and black, and you're very proud of that. But what you don't like is that guys seem to be more interested because there's a mix, or they say that you're exotic and that's better, and why can't only Korean be beautiful or only black be beautiful, and why is this mix like extra special? Tell me about that.
Yeah, it's just a peeve of mine, you know what I mean? Because I think, of course, I'm very proud of my ethnicity. I wouldn't be who I am without both of my parents, but it's like, it's weird when guys, they rush you and they're just like, so, and not saying that all guys rush me or anything like that, but when some guys approach and they're like, oh, so, what are you, like Filipino, or are you this, or you that? And I'm like, you seem more interested to know what my background is than what do I like to do, how often do I come here, or what my name is, you know what I mean? And that kind of turns me off because I think it's really shallow.
Yeah. And some black guys, they're like, oh, she got some good hair and she lit. My baby's gonna have good hair, I can comb it easy, have baby hairs.
Like, let's get to the baby hairs. Why are you going to the baby hairs?
Baby hairs. I try to comb down my baby hairs sometimes, like when I wear cornrows. But see, you have it naturally.
I try to, okay, let me tell you something. Okay, I have these baby hairs, right? And now when I do photo shoots, I have to say to leave the baby hairs in, because sometimes I guess they'll retouch them off, and I look like I went to like a guy's barber shop and got an edge up. And I let someone convince me in college to get rid of them. So I went, and this is like not that long ago. I had a razor and I went, and I just kept going back, and then I was like, I see why I have.
She had a Tyra forehead.
My forehead was like way back. And I was like, now I know if you have baby hairs, God gave you baby hairs for a reason, because without them, your head is just too weird.
And if you don't naturally have baby hair, God gave you gel and a toothbrush to create it. Because that's what I do. Another thing that I know that we have in common is that you're very organized and kind of control freakish with it at home. And tell me about that.
I'm very, very anal about everything. Like everything, my cereal boxes face the same direction. The thing that kind of drives me crazy is when someone I know puts his shoes on and he takes them off like this. So then the 2 shoes are like
crisscross.
Crisscross.
Because he's taking them off
and that will drive me crazy. Like I have to stop everything and fix the shoes.
Really?
It's like little things like that kind of drive me
Do you think
crazy.
that translates into your work?
Yes, it does.
How does that translate to work?
Because I will sit and I remember Benny Boom calls me Miss Ross after Diana Ross, because one time I was doing the LL Cool J
Benny
video.
Boom is a video director.
Yes, he's a great video director. He's very talented, and he's really cool and just down to earth. So we can just talk real talk, you know. So we're doing LL's video for Paradise, and it's not my video, so you know I'm trying not to step on anyone's toes. But then we're getting to the lighting, and I'm like, excuse me, I'm getting a little here. It's not really good for me. Can we get a little bit? And they're like, okay. And they're like, one more take. So he kind of nicknamed me Miss Ross, which I take as a compliment.
Well, that perfection and having high standards like that is what makes you successful. You know, it's what makes your song #1, and you know, it's true. It really is true. It's true. Now, I know that you said in your video you had the problem doing the hip hop. What is a hip hop?
Okay, it's the one. Okay, it's really funny because it actually came out to be one of my favorite things. Okay, so she was like, my choreographer's name is Jamaica, who's the bomb. She's great. And she was like, all right, so you're just gonna get down, and you kind of just whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And she was like, dun, dun. And I was like, all right, but then I was like, and she was like, so we had to take it in steps. At the end of the day, it ended up looking like this, which is still really, really wrong. And then I had to reflect and let it marinate, and then when I learned that you take it back, that's how I learned it. So
let's try this. You guys get up. I want to try this. I'm not very good at doing like one thing to one side and the other top body doing something else, and that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it's like first the easiest way to learn it is just this. But don't make it too complicated first. Just kind of like,
come on, y'all.
Bring it.
Don't make me look crazy up here. Come on.
So then, what you do is you gotta lean into it. You gotta lean. Lean.
Okay.
Lean, right? So it ends up being this. So it's that.
All right, we'll be right back.
You remember this? And then bring it back?
Next, Booted Beauty Ebony, who's no longer in the running to be America's next top model.
Don't get it twisted.
If you're going to be in LA and